Again, welcome to Weka lectures. This is a special lectures in our course, data mining. Again, Weka is a data mining machine learning application used to solve data mining and machine learning problems. The good news is it has a very low learning curve, which means we can learn it in a couple of hours. But we still need the theoretical background or the knowledge of machine learning algorithms and data mining algorithms. Also the process, because when we are using the Weka, we should understand what we are doing. There are so many features, tools for data preparation, such as feature selection, transformation, data transformation. In Weka, it's called filtering process. In our textbook, we say it's data preparation. So in our course, we have a special textbook, again, Introduction to Data Mining by Tan Steinberg and Kuma. That's our required course textbook. So this is the software that will allow us, we're going to do some hands-on data mining problem solving, some data mining problem using Weka. We have an option of using rapid mana also. So if you have rapid mana, you can use it on your own, solve the problem. We are going to assign the assignment. So it's up to you, either use rapid mana or Weka, but I'm giving the lectures only on Weka. So if you have the knowledge already. So as we said, Weka is a machine learning data mining software. It's written in Java, and also it's used for mostly for research, education. So it's free. It comes with a textbook written by the developers, which is Whitten and Frank at the University of Waikato in New Zealand. Actually, the Weka is named after a bird named Weka or Weka. Okay, maybe I'm not getting the pronunciation well. So the textbook is one of the recommended textbook we have for the course. So the main features of this Weka software, we can do data pre-processing, which we call the filtering process. We can do different types of data mining machine learning tasks, such as classification, clustering, association. We can also, there's also a graphical user interface, which including the data visualization too. So we can do data visualization. We can also do data exploration, like finding the mean, median, mode, etc. by the data. Actually, anytime we load a data, the system will summarize, give us the statistic summary, such as mean, median, mode, if it's possible. If it's a nominal data, it will find the count or the mode. The environment for comparing learning algorithms also. It's a very good features for that. So there are so many versions of Weka. By the time of these slides, we have Weka 3.0. By the moment, we have somewhat in 3.6 or so. We will see it in a second. We move to 3.2, 3.3 versions. Again, Weka is a free software, so we can download it online for free. RapidMan also have a free one. You can also use it. So that's a good news about Weka. Now, when we are doing Weka, there's option that we can use. We can load our data from a database system, or we can use the URL to locate our file if our computer is connected to the internet. But the most common data format that we use with Weka is called the arff format. So Weka only deals with flat files. The arff format, it looks like what we are seeing here. So I can use any text editor, such as a simple text editor like a WordPad or Note, if I'm using Windows, Notepad or WordPad. And I'll start with the keyword at relation. Some of us take a database class before. We know the meaning of relation is a table. If you understand relational database system, so the keyword at relation means the name of the file. So at relation, then whatever the name of the file is. In this example here, the name of this file is heart disease simplified. Then all the attributes that I have in the file, such as in this case, we have the age. We always have to start with the keyword also at attribute. At attribute. So we have age. The data type will be the third test, which is in this case, age will be numeric. We also have at attribute keyword. The name of the attribute is sex. Now we can have a curly brace here. This means the only input we can enter in the sex variable is either female or male. We cannot enter such as man, woman, boy, girl, no. So sometimes we may have a curly brace with some words or values, it can be anything. This means only those values or words we can enter into the variable, in this case, sex. The next variable, again, we start with the same thing, the keyword at attribute, space, the name of the variable. This is chest pain type. We are making sure we don't have space between the variable name. This conventional and database system, relational database. So here also the same thing, we have a curly brace open and close, which means I can enter type angina, comma, space, the second possible word can be assumed, comma, space, non-angina, then comma, space. So these are only the words that we can enter into the variable name chest type, chest pain type. We can see that each word we have a comma and space before the next word. So the same thing we continue, we have attributes, the name is correct story, the variable name, the data type is numeric, so we can enter any number. Then at attribute, exercise induce agenda. We have only two options, either we enter no or yes. Then this is our class. At attribute, the class level present or not present. So if we are doing classification algorithm, we need a training set, as we discussed this in the theory. Our training set, sometimes we say the training set at the target variable or the class level. That's what we want to find in the future, either to classify, predict, etc. So here it can be present or not present. Then the last keyword is at data. From down here going, this will be our actual file, the test file, and the data that we have in our file. This will be our actual file. So the way we arrange our attributes is the same way we are going to arrange our values horizontal across. So you can see the first is 63, the age is 63. Remember the second, we can enter female or male. Here is male. And there's a comma between. This is called the comma separated values, CSV file. So we can see that we only have comma, no space, just comma, then the word. The next third word is chest pain type. Only the items here, the words here we can enter. Here we have a type agenda. I think that is the first type agenda. The next is the correct story. 233 is a numeric, so it's a value. Then the next is exercise induced agenda. Yes or no, we enter no. Then our class level not present. So you can see here we don't again have no attribute name. This is the actual data, but they have to be in order as we arrange the attributes. Otherwise, there will be a mistake. So for example, if I make sex first and age second, and we know sex we're expecting male or female, but I start with 63, and that will be an error. So again, this is the step in creating the arff file. And also when you name it, the name, you're going to have the extension .arff. The good news for our course here is that when you download the Weka, it comes with a lot of data. There's a special folder that it comes with. I will go through that. So we don't need to do this, but in case in the future you have your own data that you want to run it on Weka, you can again use the arff format and follow this step here. So when you finish, that's it. So all the values, the data will be here at the end. That's it. You don't do anything. Then you just save it and make sure you have the extension .arff. So that's what we're saying here. The numeric attribute, we have the nominal attribute, male or female. The names of the variables are the second column. Age, sex, chess, pain type, color story, exercise induced agina, and the class. So now when I start the Weka, which I'm going to do in a few minutes, this is what we get. We are going to get this. For now, we are going to learn the Explorer. When we have enough time, we will also learn how to use the knowledge flow. In the knowledge flow section, it's very good to use the textbook that come with this application, which in the earlier slide, we saw the textbook name. Again, the textbook name is Data Mining, Practical Machine Learning Tools and Techniques. Data Mining, Practical Machine Learning Tools and Techniques. Or if you Google the, let me go back the name again. If you Google the name Winton and Flank, the textbook will come. So for now, we're going to use the Explorer. The Explorer, everything is going. Knowledge flow also is a very good features. Maybe if there's enough time, we will go through that also. So for now, we are not going to use the command driven. So we start with the Explorer. Now we know the first thing in data mining process, we need the data. And we want to make sure the data is free from error, noising, outliers, whatever items that make the data to be in a poor state. We need to again clean everything. So we learn in theory, data mining theory, that in the pre-processing there are so many techniques we can do, even from a simple common process of selecting the type of data and the quantity that you need. So sampling, we have to start with sampling. Selection of our data. After that, we do the data preparation, then the data transformation. Preparation is when we are removing duplicates, errors, outline, which we know to have effect on our results. Transformation is when we may change the features, or we may combine two attributes together, or change the data type, like discretization. Instead of having individual values, I may have a value for the age. Instead of individual ages, I'll say, okay, if you are between the 0 to 10, we give you 1. 11 to 20 is 2, etc. This is called discretization. So the first thing we're doing here is the data pre-processing. So here we say data can be imported from a file in various formats. As we said, the arff, very common for Weka, or CSV, which is the comma separated value, or C4.5 banner or binary files. Also, data can also be read from URL. We will see that option. Or if you have a SQL database, but you have to use the database connectivity, which is the Java. This, again, the application is written in Java. So we use the Java database connectivity, JDBC. So pre-processing tools in Weka is called the filters. And Weka contains filters for discretization, which means I want to change the value from individual to interval value or grouping value or ordinal value, etc. Then normalization. We can do resampling, attribute selection, transforming, and combining attributes, etc. We may go through most of them. So when we start the Weka program and the Explorer, this is what we get. This is what we get. We get our application. But before I continue here, I want to start the Weka application that I have already. First thing I will do is, how do you download it? So I will go to Google. So let me start my Microsoft Edge. So I want to go through the process of downloading it. So here I'm just going to type the Weka download, or just Weka, or make it Weka download and press enter. And now when you are looking at the link, make sure you have the link with the Waikato, New Zealand. So that's the first option here. www.cs.waikato.ac.nz, which is New Zealand. So I'll click on this. This is the original website for the developers in University of Waikato. CS stands for the Computer Science Department of the school. So when you go here, you can see a lot of things if you're really interested to learn more things about Weka. This is one of the developers. We also have a full course in YouTube about this Weka also. So you have course materials, almost everything is free. Then also here, the book I was talking about, again, this is the book, Data Mining, Practical Machine Tools and Techniques. It's a very good book. And here our case, we go to Weka and we go down and we click download. And then we can go down. Again, we know our operating system, it depends. I'm using Windows, so I'll click on Windows. Click Windows download. And then you will see the download will show up on your taskbar soon. So I can see it right here. It's downloading now, where my cursor is lower left side of my screen. It's downloading now. Right now we're on Weka 3.8.4. But again, I have it already, so I don't want to download it. I need to take some couple of minutes to finish. And what I'm going to do is to start the program. But before that, I'm going to pause my recording for the download to be complete. I think it would be nice for us to go through the downloading. So I'm going to pause my recording now. Resume recording. Now it's already downloaded, and I'm going to click open file. Now it's asking me if I'm going to allow the app. I'll say yes. It should show up right now. Okay, so I'll click next. I will agree everything. Again, I have it already. So when I reach the last step, I'm going to cancel it. So here you just click install, that's it. When you click install, maybe take a couple of minutes, then you install it. Now when you install finish, if you are using Windows, you click on the start button, look for Weka folder. And also the installation process, you can leave it by default, and it will be saved in your, if you are using Windows, to be saved in your program folder, the program folder. So here you can see I have the Weka 3.8.4, the same new version. I'll click on it here. Then I'll click the Weka with console, without console. It's up to you. So this is again the symbol for the bed, Weka. Let's wait. So this is my program now. I'll click OK. And this is the program now. Now, when you also download finish, you can look at, actually, let me minimize this. What I did here. Let me minimize everything. I want to go to my desktop. I have a lot of things open. So when I go to my desktop, I will see the Weka. I just want you to see the symbol. So when you download, you look at your desktop, you will see the Weka bed symbol here. I have one, you see it. So next time if I want to start it, I'll just double click on the symbol on my desktop, then I can start it. So this is what we get when I start it. And now, so far I don't have anything. So I have to first get my file. So I'm going to use, we are using the Explorer. So the next thing I'm going to do here is to click on the Explorer. That's what we're going to use. And this is what we have. So you can see that I don't have anything for now. Start it twice. So first option, you have to click Open File. Then you look for the location where your file is. In my case, I'll go to my C drive, if I can see it from here. My C drive, the users, and it will be C Edeki. And I should see the Weka folder. Go down. Okay, so it should be program files. So it's in my program. By default, again, Windows, it will go to your program file. So when I click here, I should see my Weka folder, which one is the other one. Let's go back one more. Okay, so now you can see my Weka 3.8.4. So when you download finish, you will see this folder in the directory that you choose to download the Weka. Then you go to the data. This is all .arff files, so we can see .arff files, everything. So some of our assignment, I will be using most of this data. Sometimes I may get data from other sources, or I may tell you to look for data from other sources online. We have so many. The common for data mining and machine learning is the cargo.com. They have so many data to play with. So here I'm going to open any data, diabetes. So you can see that when I open the data, everything is done for me. I can see all my attributes. I have attributes from preg, pras, press, skin, usually mass, etc. And my last data is the class. So that's the level I'm looking for, the target variable. So since most of this, now when you select any of the attributes, you can see on my right side, the values and the graph are changing. So it's telling me the distribution of my data. For example, I'm in the class, it's telling me I have 500 for tested negative, and the rest, which is 268 for tested positive. So we know the class variable carries what? Nominal data, either test negative or test positive. So it's counting, it's only count to give us. But when I have a numerical data, let's say the first one thing, yes, we can find the minimum, maximum, mean, standard deviation. And also the graph tells us the distribution. So this will be our first lecture for Weka. Our goal in these lectures is to go through the process of how to use the Weka, how to download it, and what is the Weka application is all about. Our next lectures, we're going to discuss about how to do data pre-processing. First, here also we learn how to load our data. So we click open file to start it. Or if you have the URL where your data is online, your computer is on the internet, then you can provide a URL address here to get it to load your file from the web address. Or if you have a database system, but database system, we have to use the JDBC connectivity process. So here, give us the options to do it. And also, if we want to generate a data randomly, we can click here and generate any data randomly. So there are so many ways of getting our data, but for now, we're going to use the arff data that came with the software. So again, this will be our conclusion for the first part of our lectures. So again, wish everybody the best. If you have any question,